It is mailbag time here at Chat Sports. I am your host, Tom. Let's break down everything you guys are asking us in today's live mailbag. From DeLunatic, which second/third round picks do you like for Dallas? Maybe a linebacker. Jabril Cox from LSU, I think could be a good, not round 2, but probably round 3 guy. A couple other linebackers could make some sense there. The safeties I want are going to be more early second round picks. For my Dillinator, regarding Orlando Brown, my prediction is Baltimore trading to the Colts for a first-round pick swap this year, second round this year, and a third rounder in 2022. Interesting. Okay. I don't hate it. It makes some sense in terms of the Colts being able to keep their first-round pick. Going from 21 to 27 makes some sense. The Ravens could add a tackle or an edge or a receiver with that Colts pick. So I actually like that one, and doing the whole pick swap thing makes it more valuable. I don't know if it's a full second and a third. That might be the difference between those two teams. From Jose, are the Niners a playoff team? If healthy, they're definitely going to compete for one. The reason the Niners were bad this year, because of injuries. Their quarterback wasn't, their defense got banged up. When they're healthy, which is always a big if across the NFL, they are a playoff team. Will they stay healthy? Different question altogether, my friend. From Ilias, would you say Jamar Chase is the safest receiver in the draft? And who is the best pick for Miami at number 6? Good question. Had he played this year, yes, I would say that he is. Because he hasn't played this year, that interjects some concern. What gives me pause with Chase is that not playing. He is my number 1 receiver. So I guess my long answer there, my short answer, the long response is yes, he is. And at 6, I would go with a Bama receiver because I want to have that instant chemistry for Tua, be it Smith or Jalen Waddle, or of course Penei Sewell too. From Suleiman, Brown straight up for Kwity Paye. I think he's a 10+ that type of player. Give their first rounder and a third rounder. Yeah, so I assume you mean Kwity Paye and not Payne there because there's no Payne. A first and a third for the Browns gets them probably into the, say, Raiders-ish draft range. I have concerns about Kwity Paye. There is definitely 10+ sack upside. My problem in general with this year's draft class is this. The top athletes, like Kwity Paye, for example, don't have the production that you want. So as an upside gamble, a first and a third to go get Kwity Paye, it's fine. It could also totally blow up in the Browns' face. From Salvatore Coleman, will the Broncos try to trade for Jimmy G? Ooh, interesting idea. My initial reaction is no, because I like Jimmy G. I think he is a starting caliber quarterback. But if the Niners want to move on from Jimmy G, and Denver is still searching for their franchise quarterback, is he the solution? Like, if you're a team like New England, I think Jimmy G makes more sense. If you're Denver, I think you're better sort of rolling with Drew Lock, adding a cheaper competition prospect, or drafting somebody new this year or next year. So my answer is probably not, but sure, see what the cost is if you're Denver. So make your prediction for me. Where will Jimmy Garoppolo play in 2021? This question, mind you, is the pinned comment on today's video. So if you get the ad break here on YouTube, scroll on down and get your votes in. Where will Jimmy G play in 2021? From Israel, who does better with Watson, Denver or Carolina? I think Denver's roster is probably in a little bit better shape. Although having to play in the AFC West and Mahomes doesn't make things that appealing to me. I like Carolina in the end for Watson in terms of what it would cost, a little bit cheaper than Denver, and they still have some very promising young pieces as well. Both teams, though, would be instant playoff contenders. From Mark, hey Tom, how are you? I'm good, Mark. Thank you for asking. Which team do you think will be the least improved after the draft? Happy Easter week. Look how happy Mark is. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. In terms of like most improved after the draft, I'm going to go with like who makes the most impact. Least improved would be either Houston or Seattle. They don't have the draft picks. So those two teams will have been the least improved because they just lack draft capital. Most improved, probably Jacksonville because they got Trevor Lawrence and a whole lot of picks. So easy answers, but that's the truth for me at least. A.J. Evans, Falcons trade down to 8 or 10-ish, get a premium draft capital, and a player that is a long-term asset and a win-now move. Kyle Pitts, there is no answer to that as on the last year of his contract. I'm in. If Atlanta can move down and get whatever player they want, be it Sewell or Pitts or even a defensive guy, I'm in. I think that would be a fantastic move for Atlanta. My mindset for the Falcons is this. Either A, take your quarterback in the future, and if not, man, use that draft capital. Number 4, the trade down value you could get is essential. And it'll be so important for a team that is going to rebuild at some point in the future. So I like that move a lot, AJ. Good question / comment. From Mr. Galactic. Are the Jags going to get Alex Smith? Maybe. They added C.J. Beathard, and that makes me wonder if they will. Beathard, in theory, could be the quarterback 3. The truth is, though, guys, Alex Smith was not good last year. I'm sorry. From JP the God, which cornerback should the Chiefs sign in free agency? Do you want to bring back Bashaud Breeland? That would be their best path in the short term. Money is tight in Casey. That is the reality going forward. That's okay. They can make it work, but they can't just spend on all the players. Of the guys out there, bring back Bashaud Breeland might end up making the most sense, at least for me. Now, we got some face masks available, still on sale up to 75% off. I know the vaccines are coming around, but not everyone's been vaccinated. You can still transmit it to you even if you are vaccinated. So help everyone out and rep your favorite team in the process. Chatsports.com/stay safe. NFL-themed face masks are on sale for up to 75% off. Check the comments and the description. That link right there, bottom of your screen, chatsports.com/stay safe. It'll be there so you can click and go shop. They are on sale, and you get to rep your favorite team in the process as well. So go check it out today at chatsports.com/stay safe. Get yourself an NFL-themed face mask today. From Jacob Martin, the Patriots trade Gilmore for the 3rd pick. Well, no, not happening. Or Gilmore and the 15th for the 2nd. No, they're not getting that high. That really, really overvalues Gilmore. And frankly, those teams are taking quarterbacks. So Gilmore in 15 could maybe get you maybe 4, but probably not. I think you got to throw in more draft picks if you're going to move up. Because Gilmore's got 1 year left on his deal. His value has gone down. From Brian Klein. Should the Chiefs just go for it and sign Antonio Brown? Oh, man. It's fun. I mean, Tyreek Hill and AB. What could go wrong, right? Lots of things. God, I actually hate that idea. Now that I say it out loud, I hate it. I can't do that. I cannot put those two on the same team. With Frank Clark, too? Jeez. Yikes. But talent-wise, it's fun. In the end, any AB to team discussion is not about the player. It is about the person. Do you trust him to not be a mess-up? I don't know. So what do you guys think? Do you want to add Antonio Brown to your favorite team? Type in AB for yes, or we're bringing it back, FAB for no, you do not. Get your votes in for me in the comments section. Grady Hickey, who do you think would be a better pick for the Packers? A slot or an outside receiver? I want Elijah Moore. So with what I would do if I were Green Bay is I would add one of those dynamic slot options. Elijah Moore from Ole Miss, who you mentioned. Rondale Moore from Purdue. Kadarius Toney from Florida. I would add one of those because you don't have a slot guy. Yeah, Abs can play slot, but you want him on the outside too. Slot is what they need. Historically, that has not been the value that Green Bay has chosen to pursue. From Dillinator, sounds like you prefer Bama receiver over Chase for the Dolphins. I do, because of the fit. You have outside guys that want someone to be a little bit more of a slot guy for you. Which you like for them the most, and if they take Chase, you prefer for the Lions. For the Bengals specifically, I want Jamar Chase because you need an outside guy. Boyd's your slot receiver. the Chase Burrow chemistry is there. For the Dolphins, you want somebody who can play some slot, so Waddle or Smith has chemistry with Tua. For Detroit, best receiver. And I got Jamar Chase as my number one receiver. So if he's there, Chase to Detroit, I love it. If he's not, take Jalen Waddle or Devonta Smith. Whichever one you prefer in the end is fine. The Lions need everything in reality at receiver, and because they don't have one of those guys' former quarterbacks, I don't think there's as big of a connection in the end. Now, if you guys want to stay in the know on everything going on around the NFL, and you want to be a part of these mailbags, hit that big red button and subscribe. If you're watching on Facebook or something, it's youtube.com/chatsportstv. Daily videos on the NFL, including these mailbags and, of course, news and rumors and mock drafts and more. So if you want to stay in the know on the NFL, hit that big red button and subscribe today. From JP, do you think the Browns should sign Clowney at what price? Great question. Should they sign him? Yes. At what price? That's the real question. I don't know what Clowney wants. Clowney for the past 2 years, it's not that good. He hasn't been the guy we know he can be. And he's been hurt. And those are all major red flags for me. So I'm thinking 1 year, $7 million? Is that too little? Too high? I kind of cut in half what he got last year to an extent. Like, I don't know what Clowney's actual demands or value are. And that makes that question really difficult. From Enzo Redamoza, will the Niners trade to the second pick to secure Wilson? And is it possible the Jets take someone else? Who do you think that would be? First question is no. They will not. The Jets are not trading the number 2 overall pick. The Niners got to 3 because the Jets have a quarterback in mind. I think it's Zach Wilson. Not sold, though. As for the Jets, yes, it's possible. Weird shit happens. I feel pretty darn confident, and I've done this for a while now. It's Lawrence 1 and Wilson at 2, and then the Niners go quarterback 3 to be determined. From Jesse Davis, are the Seahawks going to make any more free agency moves? Sherman, Wright, or someone else? Seattle's pretty tight in terms of cap space, so it is possible, but I would not get my hopes up for a big-time free agent move. I think at this point, they're pretty much done. They're just going to add a player early in the NFL draft and maybe even trade down as well. Speaking of free agency, you can be the nice guy now. Who do you think is the single biggest free agency winner thus far? Any player, or excuse me, any team, my bad. Which team do you think is the biggest free agency winner thus far? Get your votes in for me in the comments section. Biggest winner at this point. From Burn and Spade, Jets trade back from 2 and Atlanta trades back from 4. Who makes the trade and what would be the top 5? Just curious. Panthers probably. Jets go to 4. Panthers go to 2. Panthers take, Zach Wilson. Then Trey Lance and Justin Fields go top 4, I hope, and then not Mac Jones. Falcons at 8 take like a Patrick Surtain, and then either receiver or offensive lineman go 5 to the Bengals. From Fried Rice, what a name. Should the Cardinals trade back in the draft? If there's not someone that they love, yes. Now, with the way that my big board is going to work out, I believe there is a very real chance that there will be one more true round 1 grade left. I'm only going to have like 15 or 14-ish. Probably going to be a cornerback and like a J.C. Horn. And at that point, if that guy's there, take him. If the top corners are gone, I say trade down. From Stu Boogie, will the Niners draft a tackle at 7? In my mock draft, I almost did that. I almost put Penei Sewell there at number 7. I don't think they would take Slater. But if Penei Sewell is there at number 7, I have to consider it because I love the player. I think the Lions go receiver. But if the Falcons and Bengals and Dolphins all pass on Penei Sewell, Lions might just do it at number 7. Christian Navarro, who will start for the Bucs, Fournette or Ronald Jones? Yes is the answer to that question. They'll split time. It's going to be a hot hand probably, so I wouldn't get caught up too much in terms of who is a starter. If you get playoff Lenny, probably more Fournette than Jones. From Robert Bruce, how far do the Patriots move up to in order to draft Mac Jones? Ooh, good question. If you want to ensure that you get him, and if he doesn't go 3, then obviously 4 to Atlanta. I don't think the Falcons are going to take Mac Jones. I'd be stunned, although I'd be kind of surprised if the Niners took him too. So in terms of if there is a run on quarterbacks, let's say quarterbacks go top 4, and none of them are named Mac Jones. Number 7 with Detroit, because the Panthers at 8 and maybe Denver at 9, they could take Mac Jones. I would not love it, though, for any team involved. All right, Christian Lee. Saints draft a quarterback in the later rounds. Maybe. I am unsold on Jameis Winston or Taysom Hill, so I would at least consider it if I were New Orleans. The problem is, I don't love this year's quarterback class. And I know that some people are like, oh, Kellen Mond, he's not consistent yet. I don't love that. Davis Mills could be a developmental guy, but those guys I think are gone by round 4. So if that's late enough for you, then yes. Beyond that, Jamie Newman, round 6, like intrigue anybody. It does not for me. From the NY Bully, Saleh, Douglas, and Wall Street Wilson will build a new culture in New York. Big Jets energy. I love that super chat. I love it. Thank you so much. All right, Noah Castillo. Stafford MVP. Maybe. I think no, but let me put it this way. If the Rams win the NFC West, and with the way we know the MVP works, who surprised? Who had a great year that was a bit of a surprise year too? Stafford will be in that conversation. The odds are not terrible for him either. I'm going to bet no, but I do think he'll be in the conversation in the end.